Good. What happened here? Good morning, everyone. I'm sideways.
Um,
This is weird. Welcome to the Going on Daily Live morning show. I am
I don't
apparently. Boy, this didn't happen in rehearsal.
know. It did not, but it's on your end.
Okay. I mean, I can turn my camera, but then won't you be sideways?
Well, now you're upside down. So this is an
Yee!
interesting
Okay.
way to start a show.
I don't know what to do with this.
All
Obviously,
right.
this is the technical difficulties episode of our show. Hi, here we go. Go like this. I have to do the whole show with my neck like this.
Wait.
This is weird. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's on your end.
But I didn't touch anything. We were just talking. For everybody who doesn't know, we do a little warm up before the show, make sure everything runs right. And I was fine. I haven't touched anything. Would you like me to leave and come back?
Yeah, that would be good, and I can read off, some of these other things while you're gone.
Okay. So I'll be
Sounds
back.
great.
Right.
Oh, there's Hugo. There's been issues all morning long. I couldn't even get the show on. Couldn't even get it on. It wouldn't load up into the program. So you are watching us on YouTube at Rhode Island Broadcasting. So go there, subscribe, click that little bell so you always know when we go live. And it is a live show, so you never know what's going to happen. It happens. It happens. That's all you can do about it, right? You're also watching us, of course, on Facebook at RI Broadcasting. So support the show simply by sharing, following, and you can also support it by sending us stars. They're only a penny. So if you want our host to put their 2 cents in, just send us 2 stars. That's all. That makes it nice and simple, right? You're also watching us on Twitch live. So RI_broadcasting at twitch.tv. You can also support the show by subscribing and by sending us bits, which are also a penny. So both hosts can put their 2 cents in if you send us 2 bits and 2 stars. That is that simple. And hopefully this is going to be fixed. It looks like there's a finger.
Yay!
Oh, there he is.
I'm back.
So you can really support the show by, of course, going to Patreon at RI Broadcasting, where you can get all kinds of merch like this mug. I absolutely love this mug. Ira, I very rarely go on the show without my Going on Daily mug.
He's got his mug. I mean, how else do you tell the people that this is the show that you need to be watching? I
Oh,
mean,
it absolutely is. And I was telling Kenny the other day, it's tough to have the best show because it seems like the next set of hosts come on and just outdo the previous show. It's like
this
this
is
competition. Everybody's aware of it. Everybody's aware of it,
well,
and we just go out and do our thing, and it's a great show. So, Hugo is in the house. Becky is in the house. So you're all set, Ira, to take this away?
I will
Already
take
went
this
through the
away.
intros.
Today is Tuesday, February 25th, and here's what we want you to know today. Okay, now, Ron, I know you're a big game guy, right?
Yes. Well, you could see.
He's got all the board games back there. Now, so that's what you do with your leisure time. Do you do any sports at all in your leisure time?
All the time. Sports, music, movies, TV, games. I like my leisure time.
What is your favorite leisure time sports activity?
Well, hockey has to be the best. That's my
Ooh,
favorite.
do you play in like a gentleman's league, something like that?
I used to. I don't do that now. So I will watch a game here and there. I can go up to Providence to watch the Providence Bruins or Boston, for that. That's generally what I would do. or just partake in a college game.
Oh, nice. But do you play yourself in anything?
I used to a while back. I'm a little too old now.
Oh, you're never too old to
58.
play.
I'm 58. Bad knees. I retired when my team won a championship, and
There you go, baby.
uh,
Well, there's a new poll that finds that half of Americans report that they play a sport during their leisure time, and they've come up with the top 10 lists of what people are playing out there, regardless of your age. You
yeah,
know,
I would play anything, Ira. Seriously, I've played just about every sport there is.
I don't blame you. When I was younger, I would go out there and I would play every sport I could. And I
Yeah,
still like to keep active. And a lot of these are for people, you know, maybe you can't go in there and you can't play competitive anymore, but still you got to keep active. So number 10,
absolutely.
this has been something that used to be like a while, maybe like 70s and 80s. I think this would have been number one, but now it's number 10, and that's tennis.
Tennis. I love playing tennis.
I love
I
playing
love it.
tennis too.
You know, I back in the day, I used to go out with a girl that was on the Rhode Island College tennis team, right?
Ooh,
At the time, they were ranked.
nice.
She used to kick my butt. The only thing I had was the serve. If I could make her miss, other than that, I'd be running around all over the place, and she's just toying with me.
Well, that's the entire thing. Is like once I get that serve back, you're dead. Number 9, and I don't even know if I consider it a sport, but if it's on the list, I guess it's a leisure time activity, and that's billiards, playing pool.
Oh, really? I thought you were going to say bowling. But
Hey,
yes,
bowling's
both
the
are
right
in that
sport.
category as borderline sport.
But do you get? I mean, I understand that it's coordination. It's geometry. I mean, it's a lot of things. But is it a sport?
Well, I don't think so. Look, I have a hard time believing bowling is a sport, right? But at least you're actually really doing something in bowling.
Well, that's
Billiards,
good
you're
because
really not doing anything.
the more you keep bagging on bowling, it's going to be on the list. And I don't know if you're going to
I
like
know it
where it
is.
ends up.
Oh, I know it's going to be on the list. I love to go play bowling. Yeah, look, I don't consider it a sport because you can get drunk while doing it.
But you're not better when you get. Well, some people are. uh, Number 8, I think everybody did if you had one in your house or had a friend, and that's ping pong.
Oh, yeah. Love it. Love it.
But it's sort of the same thing. I mean, it's a miniature tennis, but it's more coordination than anything. I guess coordination, skill equals sport.
You ever see the Olympics
Oh my God, I can't keep up
with
with
the
that.
Chinese? Oh my God. I don't know how the hell they do it so fast. Like, I consider myself a pretty decent ping pong player, but I would never be able
No,
to play again.
I wouldn't even
Never.
get past the volley. No.
No. No.
Let's see, number 7, and this is one I've never done because I don't think I could do it right, and that's golf.
You know, you have to be precise. And I mean, I was a pretty decent golfer.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's because of playing hockey. For some reason, hockey players are good golfers.
Yeah,
But
just the what do you call it? What's the the Sandler movie? Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore. Right? Now, with golf, you can hit it a long way, but it doesn't mean it's going to go straight.
Yep. I love the driving range just for that reason. It's funny. I guess I kind of like golf because I like the driving range, and I
Yeah.
like miniature golf where you're putting. So if you
Right.
put those two together, maybe I'll have something. I don't know.
And yes, that is true. You do have success at those things. It's getting the mid game, and that's the hardest part because that's the part there really isn't, practice with.
Yeah, I
Everybody
can't
always
do
goes to the
when
driving
somebody's
range
like,
and just drives it as far as they can.
Yep.
You know?
Keep your elbows straight. I can't. Keep your back. I can't. Never mind. Number 6, I think we've all done it again. If it's outside your house, you've done it. And that's if you have a basketball hoop, you're going to end up shooting and playing some basketball.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I used to play all the time, almost every day.
I had one at a building. I was like 21 years old, from 21 to like 25, and there was a hoop outside. So every weekend it'd be like, okay, let's go outside, see who's out there, and let's
Yeah.
run. So
Yeah, and you know, in my neighborhood, everybody hung out together. So we all played every sport.
there you go.
So we gathered with whoever had basketball hoops, you know, and with hockey we would play every weekend. So, you know, we picked up sides and we just played, right? And then as I got older, we played other teams in the area.
Nice.
And it grew to this big thing, and then I joined, obviously, skating leagues and stuff like that and all that stuff. And then
But
we
you
also
started in the
had,
street, right?
yeah, we would street hockey, right?
Yeah.
And we had made in some one of my friends' yard, Fenway Park.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
we made the Green Monster, the whole bit, right? And we played wiffle ball, and it was so great. And then a mile away, we have a park where we used to play baseball, and we would always have, you know, competitions, you know, like sort of our own home run derbies,
Yep.
because over the fence there was woods and then there was a highway, so we would always try to hit it into the highway.
It's so weird, the things that we used to try to do. I'm going to try to break that window over there. That's what I'm going to try to do.
Yes.
Number 5 on the list is cycling. And I think that got really back into the mainstream when the pandemic hit and everybody was just buying bikes and going everywhere they could.
That's what you did, right? I mean, it makes sense because you have these bike paths. The bike paths were so crowded during the pandemic because everybody, oh, I'm going to go outside and get,
I know.
and everybody's there.
Oh, God. Number 4, if you were lucky enough to do it, a swimming pool you need. Go swimming.
Absolutely. You know, that was the one of the businesses that boomed during the
Pandemic.
pandemic is people putting in swimming pools because you couldn't really go anywhere. You can't go to the
Yep.
beach because there's too many people. So you buy a swimming pool and you install it, and that business boomed. I have a friend that works in the manufacturing of the parts. It's crazy. He's like, it's insane.
So you're saying everything went swimmingly?
Yes, yes,
But I'm
yeah.
I find it interesting that
You're
swimming is
going off the
number
deep end of
4.
the pool.
I find it interesting that swimming is number 4 because you do need a pool. I mean, for the other things, you can put most of them in your house, or
Yeah.
you can like go somewhere. But number 3, well, I hold on. Number 3 is finally bowling.
Yeah, and it's not surprising, Ira. You know, it is a fun day to just go out and go bowling with your family or friends or
Yep,
whoever, you know, and you can go with as many people as you want, or you can just go alone,
I
you
agree.
know, and it makes it for a perfect outing, right? Because you have that competition within your family and friends. You have the socializing, you know,
Bingo.
and you know all the aspects of life are in that bowling alley. You
I
know,
think it is
just having a
perfect.
drink, you know, whatever.
Yep. I think it is perfect. It's perfect because of the social aspect. You don't actually even have to pay attention. How many times do you go bowling and it's you're up? Will you go already?
Yes, yes, and not only that, you can actually talk to the people next to you and
Yes,
make friends.
absolutely. I totally agree with that. But now we're getting to the top 2. Now these weren't around when we were kids, but this has become the top leisure time sports. Number 2 is cornhole.
Cornhole is so fun.
I agree.
Oh my god. We had an indoor park where I used to run my events, and that used to be one of the events I was running is cornhole, and people would just come in off the street and I'd be playing, just throwing them, and
I love them.
people would always ask, "Oh, I've never played that before." And it's like, "Well, why don't you throw some?" And
That's
people
all it
just
is.
loved it. They
Yep,
loved
I
it. The
agree.
kids loved it. You get little 6-year-olds that are going in there and playing, and it's so fun. It's so fun.
It is, and again, you can do it in your backyard. They have it at bar nights now. They have
Yep.
leagues, so you can go out if you're like, I don't know, I don't want to pick up a big bowling ball. I can't. I don't want to bike. I don't want to go to your local bar. They probably have a cornhole set up where all you have to do is throw.
Yeah. A lot of these bars and stuff have like outdoor areas, and they have the cornhole out there.
Which, before I give you number one, I'm wondering why isn't darts up there and why isn't axe throwing up there?
Oh, I actually have done both.
I
I'm
have.
actually pretty good at darts. I used to love it. I used to go every week. I'd
I'm
done a lot of
wondering.
things.
So I'm wondering why that came off the list. They had billiards on the list and tennis, but I
Well,
actually have a Velcro axe throwing kit in my backyard.
axe throwing is pretty cool.
It is.
But the darts thing, I think it's because when they're in bars, people get drunk,
yeah,
and I think that's why it comes out a lot. So,
that doesn't happen in bowling when you get drunk. It doesn't end up on somebody else's lane usually.
well,
Oh, so you have stories now.
I've seen a lot of those. And I did one time throw it in the other lane because
Oh,
I
Ron.
tried to because it was like the 7-10 split,
Oh, so you were trying for the
and I
power.
tried to spin it, but when it released a little too high, and it kind of like bounced over the side and went into the other person's lane.
Okay. Can you guess what number one is now? It's sweeping the nation for the past couple of years.
It's got to be pickleball.
It's pickleball. Have you played?
I have not played it yet.
Neither have I.
Which is surprising because I try I've done curling, I've done cricket, I've done everything.
But you haven't tried pickleball.
I have not done pickleball yet.
I don't. I really want to, but I don't want to play the people who seem like uber competitive. I want to go out and have a good time. And these people are like, now I got my headband, I got my specialized wristbands, and my pickleball racket, and I'm going out there and I'm going to win. I'm going to pickle you, son. I don't like that.
Yeah,
So,
I have to go do it sometime. I got to find a spot.
see, we have to have you have to have an anniversary where all of us go and we do something like a pickleball activity or something.
Yeah, that would be pretty neat. A lot of us are in generally the same area.
Yeah.
Becky would have to be the one to do the most traveling.
You hear that, Becky?
So,
Come on down for pickleball.
yeah, that would be pretty awesome, though. I mean, if we all got together, that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool.
And that's what we're hoping, that we will get a big show where everybody can watch. But in the meantime, I want to know what Ron's watching.
Yeah, this was pretty good. I finished off a bunch of series this past week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always looking for the next thing because, like, I'm trying to avoid restarting The Walking Dead for I don't even know how many times, because I just got done with that a couple of weeks ago. So the last couple of weeks I've been watching some of these other series, and I mean, there's only been a couple that I couldn't make it through the first episode.
Oh, that happens.
Like ACAB. I mean, it was dubbed, so it's a Spanish one, but it was dubbed in English, and I'd rather just have it subtitled.
I totally agree.
It bothers me when you're looking at, and the mouth is doing something else than what it's saying, and it bothers me, and I couldn't get through it. It probably is a great series, but I couldn't do it.
Okay.
And then I tried watching Shogun, which is in,
Ooh.
Japanese, I think.
I believe so.
And it was late at night, and I started watching it, and I just couldn't focus on reading. I was too tired.
That
So then I
happens.
stopped watching. Eventually I'll probably try both again. But
Yeah,
for
that won
now, I just
awards, didn't it?
oh yeah, it cleaned house.
Yeah.
It cleaned house.
Still got.
But what I did finish watching is I finished watching Fall of Diddy. It's like 5 episodes. I don't know if it's any more, but I've
Okay.
watched 5 episodes. Wow. All I can say is wow. Becky needs to watch that.
Okay. Wow. Why?
Because there's a lot of things in there I didn't know. And it was interviews from people that worked for him, worked with him.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, it's wow. What a great, if you want to know a lot of other things that you probably don't know, watch Fall of Diddy. It is fantastic. I know there's 5 episodes that are up there. I don't know if it's any more. I'm assuming it is because it didn't make any sense how they ended it with just one person that was doing an interview. So I'm guessing it's going to be at least one more episode.
Okay.
I don't
Where
know.
is it streaming? On what service? Uh-oh.
I think NBC program I have. It doesn't tell you where it's from. So just saying.
So it would be NBC, so it would probably be on Peacock also.
Maybe, yeah. So, but I know there's like 3 or 4 different types of Diddy series. This one was clearly the best one. Fall
Yeah.
of Diddy. So I would recommend that if you haven't watched it. Another one, which I just watched the last episode yesterday, and this is why I'm doing this. On Call. It's a cop drama.
On
Wow!
Call.
Right off the start, you are in the thick of things, and it is pretty straightforward with the violence.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, you're gonna see some stuff.
Can you compare it to something?
You can't compare it to any cop show on TV.
Really?
Yeah. I like, do you remember The Shield?
Oh, I love The Shield. Yeah.
Love this. It's still my favorite cop drama, right? It is more gruesome than that. Like, it
Ooh.
shows everything.
Okay. Wait.
Shows
What is
everything.
this? What is it called again?
On Call. I believe
On
it's
Call.
Netflix. I'm not sure.
Okay, I have to check that one. Netflix.
That is a fantastic show. Fantastic. 8 episodes, first season, and let me tell you, even if they don't bring it back, you can watch it because it has a definitive end of that particular story. So if it
Nice.
comes back for a season 2, they can start up another story, same characters, and it can go from there. But it's one of those shows you don't need to see another season if it doesn't come back. So you're not
Right.
going to be pissed, with a cliffhanger at the end of the season, like a lot of shows do have, and they never
Right.
come back. So that one, you can watch it, 8 episodes, take a day or two, watch it. It's fantastic. Another one I just finished is Paradise. And
Sounds familiar.
basically, it is a series that I guess there's going to be an event that comes. They haven't actually shown the event, so I don't really know too much about it, but it's supposed to be like the end of the world kind of thing.
Oh. We may be
So,
living that with that freaking asteroid hanging over our head.
yes. Well, that could be one of the things. I don't know. It could be that as well. I have no idea. But a scientist, I guess, creates an underground city that sort of has like a dome,
Okay.
and it has like the sky, you see the sun, and it's all fabricated, right? All the the weather that comes through is all
Truman Show.
fabricated. So it kind of reminds me a little bit about Under the Dome, which was a great series, by the way. But it takes place underground after an apocalypse of some sort, and the president gets killed.
Oh. Okay.
and there's a big murder mystery, but they are telling everybody that it's, he just died of a heart attack. So big mystery. First, what is it? 6 episodes. Fantastic. It doesn't have a definitive end, so it better come back or I'm going to be pissed. But it is a
Ron
great
threatens
watch.
TV.
Yeah, it's a great watch though. I mean, I'm telling you, it's worth watching it. I mean, you could also just make up your own end if it doesn't come back, and it's not that big of a deal, but it's a great watch. Of course, I watched the final episodes of Cobra Kai.
Yes,
Had to do that, right?
of
The
course.
end of the series. I like how they did it. Of course, it's cheesy because they win, and of course,
You
right?
know that, you're right.
Right. They're not going to end it with them losing.
By the way,
So
spoiler alert to those who
yeah,
haven't
but
seen it.
I mean, it is what it is. It's a very cheesy show,
It is.
filled with nostalgia, and it's just a good watch because you're entertained and you feel
Yes.
something for these characters. And I loved it, and I loved how it ends. And it's great. Becky tried to watch Fall of Diddy, and I could only see episodes 3 and 4 and 5. So,
Huh.
oh yeah, you got to see all of it. But um, I wish I could help you. Not everybody can have the
I
program I
can't
have.
send it. Yeah, I just can't send it to you. Sorry.
So, pickleball anniversary, Becky says also, and Hugo says wax off, wax on, or wax on, wax off.
There's
So,
Hugo. Hold on, I'm not getting
um,
his.
so Becky
There
says
we
it's
go.
on Prime. Fall of Diddy's
Oh, there
on
you go.
Prime.
So you're watching it on Prime, but you're not able to get all the episodes. That kind of. I
Yeah,
wonder if
that's weird.
they
See,
expire after
I
a
don't know.
while.
Um, two more series that I want to touch on what I've seen.
What do you got?
American Primeval, the Western, brutal Western, right? This is brutal.
Oh, okay.
Like, I thought On Call started brutal. American Primeval was brutal in every episode.
Ooh.
Brutal.
So you have no
It was
comedies on your
fantastic.
list.
Fantastic.
You have no comedies on your list, then, do you?
No. But I did start rewatching The Neighborhood,
Oh,
and so I've watched season 1 again, and I loved it, but I didn't see anything after that. So now I get to start watching stuff that I haven't seen
okay.
for
Yeah,
The
I can
Neighborhood,
recommend The
and it's a
Neighborhood.
funny show.
It is. It's on
Funny
its
show.
6th season, I believe, and it's a great show.
Yeah,
That's on
I love it. I
CBS.
think it's the best comedy probably since, like, I don't know, Friends and Seinfeld were gone, right? I think it's the best one since then. Well, maybe Home Improvement, and
Oh wow, that's a long time.
yeah, that is a while ago. So it's probably the best since Home Improvement, because I
You
think
never
Home
saw.
Improvement came
If I'm
after
going to stay,
Friends.
if I'm going to stay with that, did you ever see Tim Allen's Last Man Standing?
Absolutely, it's Home Improvements too.
It kind of is. That's why I was wondering why you went so far back and
Yeah,
stayed away
but
from that.
the Home Improvement was better, but it was
Hugo,
still
is
good.
there a Canadian version of Prime, or is it just Prime?
Oh, it's a Canadian version. Yeah, no, she told us it's not the same.
Oh man. Oh, I'm sorry, Becky.
Um, so American Primeval, great series, and The Madness. Now I don't know. It's
Never
the
heard of
dude
that.
from Fear the Walking Dead. I don't know his name. Black
Okay.
guy, not Morgan, from Fear the Walking Dead, and he's in this, and it was such a great series. I believe it had. I want to say it had 8 episodes. Again, if it doesn't come back, it doesn't matter because this has a definitive ending.
Right.
I think it's a limited series, so it might only be this season, the one season. Great show, great mystery. It is fantastic, must see.
And give the name again.
The Madness.
The
The
Madness.
Madness.
Okay.
Um, Up next for me, I'm probably going to try Surface, which I think is a YouTube series.
Okay.
little
Hey, that's how
skeptical on
Cobra
that.
Kai started out.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna give it a shot. Gonna do Prime Target, Drone Prophecy, and I'm gonna continue with The Rig on season 2, and I'm gonna continue with Reacher, and I think Silo just ended, which
Oh
I
wow.
just saw both seasons too. Silo was pretty awesome too. So there's a lot of good TV out there. You just gotta find it. Gotta find
Well,
it.
that's just it. You're telling people what to watch now that is good, and we need to find that
Yeah.
out. I'm going to tell you about some stuff that I wouldn't go back to see.
I can't
Uh,
wait for this list, because if you have a movie on this list that is not the worst and others have done it, I don't want to see that movie on here. I'm
okay,
not going to tell
okay.
you what it
Well,
is, though.
I've got the not the top 10, the not 10, I guess. The 2000s brought in CGI, superheroes, remakes, reboots, and 3D. But a lot of the films, obviously, they just didn't hit the mark. So I have, this is from the area, this is called the aughts, from 2000 to 2010. So whatever movie you're thinking right now, it has to
Oh,
fit
it's
in
in
that
there.
time frame.
Yep, it's in there.
Okay, so here are the not 10 that they list. From 2005, the sequel to the wonderful The Mask,
Oh,
Son of the Mask.
that was terrible.
Jamie Kennedy and his infant son had the mask.
And I gotta be completely honest. I went to see The Mask, with Jim Carrey.
Right.
I paid for that movie, and I absolutely hated it, and I walked out on it.
Oh
I
my.
thought it was terrible. And that was the last movie I ever went to see with Jim Carrey.
But that's just it. If you're seeing a Jim Carrey movie, you know what you're getting. And in this case,
Yeah, which
it,
is a
it
pile of
proves that
crap.
the prop wasn't strong enough to carry the movie.
No, but
Okay,
that one was really bad.
I want to hear what you have to say about this one. 2008. It's a movie from M. Night Shyamalan called The Happening.
The Happening. Let me tell you, M. Night Shyamalan has great movies.
And
But,
bad movies.
no, they're all great until the end. What you need to do is to walk out 10 minutes before the movie ends, and then you get a great movie.
Create your
Because
own ending?
he destroys it, the complete movie, just by his endings. Oh my God, he needs to stop. Somebody needs to stop him from going too far.
He was jinxed because The Sixth Sense came out and everyone went, oh my God, that's a great surprise ending. And he couldn't do it again.
No, he could not. And he ruined so many movies because of his endings.
Well,
Like The Village. Remember The Village?
Yes.
Another bad movie because of the end. The Happening was fantastic, going along great. They could have ended it in a certain spot, and he kept going with it. And
Okay, wait, do you remember? Do you
It
remember
ruined the whole movie.
What was the thing killing all the people in The Happening?
Yeah, it was
The
all
trees.
that. Yeah. Yeah, the wind was blowing whatever it was from the trees and killing people. It's like, it was ridiculous. They should have ended it before that. Don't tell us. Don't tell us that.
See, I'm so used to not agreeing with you, but I'm agreeing with you on all this.
Because it was a good movie. You get this mystery. Oh, I can't wait to find out what it is. And then they tell you. And it's like, I wish they didn't tell me.
Yeah. Okay, number 3. I didn't even know this was a thing.
Oh,
Basic
Hugo, please
Instinct
don't.
2 came out in 2006.
Basic Instinct 2 was awful.
Oh my God, Hugo, you like the Son of the Man? Oh,
I can't.
at the time.
Can't, Hugo. I can't. I can't even keep that up there because I can't look at it and read it and read it and read it. No, it's not a good movie, Hugo.
Did you know there was a Basic Instinct 2?
Yes.
Did you
Awful
see it?
movie.
Oh God.
Oh, I did see it.
Oh God. And
but I can't unsee it.
What does she do? Cross her legs the other way? I mean, what's the thing? There's no
It
hook.
was bad. It was just a bad movie.
Okay, number 4 from 2001. She made herself a movie. It's Mariah Carey in Glitter.
That was terrible too. Oh my god.
Ah,
That was a money grab.
yeah, it's a vanity project.
Yeah.
I want to be
It-
up on the screen. I'm going to make my own project.
yeah, it was terrible. It sucked.
Well, if you like that, if you hate that, I've got more. Let's see now. In 2003, they thought it was a good idea to take a great movie with 2 stars, and all we have to do is remove the 2 stars and replace them with nobodies. Dumb and Dumberer When Harry Met Lloyd, the prequel to Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, that was terrible too. I don't like any of those movies, to be honest
You
with
didn't
you.
like Dumb and Dumber?
Nope.
Oh,
I'm not a Jim Carrey fan. Let's put it that way.
apparently, yeah. I'm sorry. You stated that earlier. Okay, so let's move on to a movie that was for a while was used as a verb to describe how bad things can be. And I'm talking about 2003, Ben Affleck, J-Lo, Gigli.
Oh, Geely. Oh my god, that was a dog of a movie. Oh my god.
Not only
I didn't
that,
make it through the whole movie.
it broke up their relationship, and the
It should have
director
stayed
who
that
had
way.
done that never made another movie.
That was bad. I couldn't make it through the end. I couldn't make it. I'm like, oh, I think I watched like 20, 30 minutes of it. And I'm like, I can't torture myself anymore. I can't. I just couldn't do it.
There is a certain point where you go, I'm not getting any enjoyment out of that.
No, it's like, because there's some movies that are so bad that you can make fun of and
Yes.
actually have a good time making fun of it, right? You couldn't do that with that movie because it was
No.
that bad.
It was just bad. Then they have, let's see, following that, you thought Gigli was a disaster. Well, from 2008, how about The Disaster Movie,
That's
where
another bad
Kim
one.
Kardashian actually was an actress.
Oh, that is just awful. Awful. I never could imagine, you know, like there's like farce movies of other
Scary movie
things.
franchise.
Right. But this really, this was awful.
It was absolutely terrible.
It was a disaster, literally.
So
Yeah.
far, everything we have on this list belongs on this list.
Belongs on the list, yes.
Okay, well, I got 3 more.
Yeah, and I got a feeling one of those is not going to belong on the list.
Well, we'll see. In 2004, they brought Halle Berry in to play Catwoman.
Now, let me tell you,
Go.
I watched the whole movie
Okay, you're the one. Okay.
for one reason,
Halle Berry?
because Halle Berry was in a catsuit.
Yes.
That's it. That's the only redeeming quality of this movie.
I agree. And she's a good actress, too.
Right.
Just this movie was horrible.
Yeah,
Absolutely horrible.
the script was terrible.
Oh, my God.
So, but I enjoyed it because Halle Berry was in a catsuit.
Okay.
I don't know
So
what
there
the
was
movie
something
was
to
really
use-
about, though.
Yeah, no other
That's no
redeeming
idea.
except for Halle Berry's curves. Okay.
That's it.
Proving again that someone, just the star, cannot save a movie. From
Right.
the year 2000 itself, from Scientologist L. Ron Hubbard, brings Battlefield Earth starring John Travolta.
That's the worst movie.
It may be. It may be. It's number 2 on the list, but it may be.
I don't
Did
know
you
what
see it?
number 1 is going to be, but that might be I don't know if it's the worst movie on this list. I don't
You
know.
have one worse.
I think Disaster Movie might have been. Oh, maybe Son of Mask. I don't know. They're all pretty bad.
They are all just
I
hugely
think Halle
bad.
Berry should be number 10 because at least there was Halle Berry. You know?
Well, I mean,
The
you
movie
can go
didn't
back
matter.
and yeah. I'm trying to find like a big star. Son of Mask was Jamie Kennedy. No, and The Happening had Mark Wahlberg. He's okay. I mean,
Yeah,
well, this had John Travolta, and it was just everything about this was bad. Don't ever
it
watch
was
it.
pretty
Don't
bad.
ever stream it. Don't ever see it.
Yeah, yeah. And once you see it, you won't unsee it. Like I said for the others. So I think Holly Berry should be 10. The Happening should be number 9 because it could have been a great movie. Instead, it was bad because of what the ending was.
So I'm not the worst of the worst, but I am one of the worst.
Yeah, they are. They are all one of the worst so far. This list is pretty accurate.
Okay, I have to ask. You said that there was a movie that you had in mind. What is it before I say number one?
I'm thinking Norbit was on a lot of those lists,
Oh,
and I thought
I
that movie was
hated it.
absolutely hilarious.
I hated Norbit, but I don't think I would put it on the worst list. It's not number one. It's not on the list.
Yeah, it's on a lot of worst movie lists for
I
that.
could
For
see
that,
how it would be.
I don't because I thought it was funny.
Uh,
How you doing?
it's. I'd rather see the clumps with Eddie Murphy if he's gonna play all the parts. Let me see that. But number one, rated worst movie from the year 2000 and 2010 is an action horror movie based on a video game. It's called Alone in the Dark.
Oh, I don't know if I saw that.
I don't know. I haven't seen it, but I did hear of it. It stars Christian Slater, Tara Reid, and Stephen Dorff as paranormal investigators. It's
Yeah, no, I haven't
I've
seen it.
never seen it, but it makes me want to see it because it's got to be so bad. It's number one on this list.
Yeah, it makes me want to see it too. Christian Slater
Christian Slater, who
and
I like in a
Tara
lot of
Reid.
movies, but
Yeah, he's not. He's not in very many good ones.
I think when he was younger, he did some good movies. But
Yeah,
then,
I'm not so sure they were good though. I
oh
think because we
really?
were younger, we wanted to go see those younger movie kind of thing, Like I remember, I believe he was in Hard Rain with Morgan Freeman. That one was a good one.
I remember him from Pump Up the Volume, from Heathers, from when he was,
Yeah,
the rebellious guy, and
right. And
that
I
kind of thing.
remember liking those movies when I was younger, but I'm skeptical on whether they're good.
Huh. Okay.
I kind of because like Top Gun when I was younger, Top Gun was great. It's
Yes,
unwatchable now. I can't watch. I tried to watch it, and I'm like, this is awful.
I agree. Well, that's what we call. Does it have legs? Does it stand the test of time? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. So those are the worst movies of the aughts.
Yeah,
Don't watch any of them.
good job, whoever got that list right. That's a
Well,
pretty good list for worst movies.
hey, I got an approval from Ron for once.
Yeah, you did. You did.
So
You
now,
didn't have anything on there that I'm like, oh, well, like I kind of like that movie,
no, these were
but there was
terrible.
none. They were all bad movies.
The only thing you liked was Halle Berry in the cat suit.
That's it.
And,
Yeah,
who
the
doesn't like
movie I
that?
don't even know because it didn't matter. I wasn't paying attention to the storyline.
There you go. So something we should pay attention to, though, is Ron. You have some fun facts to bring to us.
Oh, I do, and I had a tough time with my what I was going to choose
Yeah.
for my Ron's top 5.
Oh boy.
I like
Stay still
doing
for that.
birthdays and stuff like that, and holiday kind of things. So it is Sean Astin's birthday today.
Hey.
So happy birthday, Sean Astin. I got the fun facts of the Goonies, and that is going to be coming, a second movie.
They
So
keep saying it. We'll see.
it's in production right now as we
I'm
speak.
still waiting.
So
I've
it is
heard it.
happening. It is happening. They just won't have one certain character back, that's for sure.
Sloth loves chunk.
Sloth won't be back
Of course.
because no longer alive.
We're not going to talk about it. Just okay.
All right, so fun facts of the Goonies.
Yay.
They call themselves the Goonies, because they live in the Goondocks neighborhood of Astoria, Goondocks. Hence the title of the show, Goondock Saints.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Season
It's
2,
funny they're
episode
in Astoria
38.
because we have Astoria here in New York also. But no, Astoria, Oregon, and people visit there and visit that house all the time.
Yep. All right, Sean Astin's film debut. That was his first film.
That was his first film, really?
Yes. And it was Josh Brolin's first acting debut.
Look at that.
Not that he had a second acting debut, but it was his debut. So his first time acting. That's pretty impressive.
You have a pretty good cast there. They've gone on to do some decent work there.
That whole cast, right?
Yep.
A whole cast. Like, that's unheard of with child stars, right?
Oh, absolutely. Usually, they end up drugged out and has-beens and
Exactly.
But no, you a lot of actors in here.
Yeah, that was fantastic. John Matuzak, who played Sloth, was a 2-time Super Bowl champion with the Oakland Raiders. Unfortunately, he has passed away,
He
so
passed,
he will
yeah.
not be in Goonies 2.
Yeah.
So, it was filmed on location in Astoria, Oregon, and at the Warner Brothers Studios. So whenever they needed to do something, there, that's where they would go. In actual
house sets.
Astoria.
Yeah, usually you have house sets that are on lot, and then when you're doing cave shoots, you're in the cave,
Yeah. So I'll do 2 more because I know I'm looking at the time. We're pushing it.
We're up against it. Okay.
All right. Sloth's face was a combination of makeup, animatronics, and 15 pieces of facial prosthetics. So that's why it can move.
Oh wow! I have to check that out again. What part? I wonder what part with the electronics. That's the fun part of that.
So it animates his face, and
I like that.
It's pretty neat, huh?
Love chunk.
I mean, to think about how many hours that must have taken to put on. So you got to give Matuzak a lot of credit for that role. Like, he was fantastic in that movie. He was fantastic.
I agree.
The character Chester Cooperput was a reclusive scavenger hunter from Astoria who went missing in the 1930s searching for One-Eyed Willie's treasure.
Seriously?
Yeah. I was surprised as I was writing it. I'm like, this is intriguing.
That's very cool.
So this is an actual character.
So then, should we give the writer? We shouldn't give the writer as much, kudos for inventing it when it was just, this actually.
It was an actual thing. So that I loved it, and I thought that is very fitting to end that segment with it. Because it makes you wonder now: is there really this out there? I mean, who knows? Who knows? Has it ever been found?
$1 million just sitting there.
So that was pretty awesome. Again, happy birthday, Sean Astin.
It is my friend Sean's favorite movie. So, and it's almost his birthday. So happy birthday to my friend Sean. So we'll move on from there. So, hey, Hugo! Yeah, obviously Hugo's a fan of the Goonies. And like I said, people actually show up to the house in Astoria, Oregon to do the truffle shuffle on the lawn. And those people have to get away from my lawn. Get off my lawn.
I know.
Oh, now that's a movie you should see if you haven't seen it. And again, there's a second one coming out, right?
Yes.
So there we go. Okay, I want to talk about a little thing called What Would You Do? And again, we're running a little long. I had 2 stories. I'm going to shorten it to one. There's a woman, Kelly Lindsay, and she buys her lottery tickets from the same place, local town, get gas, buy a couple of lottery tickets, the scratchers. And she walks in, and if you've ever bought scratchers, there's so many of them that they number them, let me get 2 17s and a 3 and whatever. So she goes in and she tells the clerk what she wants. She gets in her car, she gets home. The guy gave her a different lottery ticket than the one that she wanted. So she's a little pissed off, but she's not going back. So she scratches it off and wins $2 million on that scratcher. So my question to you, and what would you do? How much are you going to give to that guy who made you a millionaire by accident? I know he gets I believe the store is supposed to get a percentage of a winning, but that's the store. Are you giving the clerk anything for that?
Yeah, I definitely am.
How much are you giving him?
Well, after taxes, I probably get what 1.2.
1.2. You hit it on the nose,
there,
yeah.
Right. So
remember, he made you a millionaire. You wouldn't have won, or at least you probably wouldn't have won.
Yeah, I'd probably give him 100,000.
100,000.
Because
so
it's enough to change the person's life.
Okay, that's not a bad number at all. Because we've had people. This was on a Reddit thread where people are like, "You don't owe that guy anything." I kind of disagree and agree.
Yeah, I mean, it's look, it's luck, right?
Absolutely.
And there are a lot of factors that could factor in how you get lucky. I mean, it could be just as simple as, somebody cut you off and you got all aggravated, so you pulled into the store. I'm not giving that other person that cut me off, right? I'm not giving something to that. But that could be the one that's attributed it. But maybe it's the clerk that got lucky. Maybe he wasn't supposed to work that day, and now he is. So luck could be two people having a little bit of luck at the same time. And, so I feel like somehow that person contributed to me winning.
But how much? I mean, there's a case to be said that maybe he deserves half.
Yeah, no, he's not getting half. I mean, $100,000 is going to change his life.
Well, you hope so. But okay, go with me. Maybe it is divine intervention that this guy was working there this day. Like you said, everything has to align perfectly. So if he's not there on that day, maybe he wasn't even supposed to be working. Maybe he was distracted. Everything aligned perfectly for him to grab that one for her. So there's a really good case that this guy deserves half that money.
Yeah, but he doesn't. I mean,
why not?
Because he just doesn't.
Okay, then give me back the ticket and I'll give you the one that you wanted.
Yeah, but that's just it. It's like you can't, you're buying it, so he's got to do his job, right? So
right. Now, if you got something at the store, if you got something at the store and you go home and you're like, this is not what I wanted. They put the wrong stuff in the wrong bag. All right. You're going to go back and complain and get the right stuff. So then here you go. Here's the ticket. I didn't get what I wanted.
Right. And that's fine. It's up to the person to decide how much that person is worth now, right? So, I mean, I'm not giving him half of it. It's just not happening.
Okay.
It just isn't going to happen. But giving him $100,000 is pretty damn good. When you're taking in 1.2 and you're giving him $100,000, I mean, you're giving him a good chunk.
I could see 10% as a finder's fee, which is like almost a little more than $100,000.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. Hey, that clerk will not have to work there anymore.
Well, $100,000 may not give you retirement
No, they
money
can't
anymore.
retire, but somebody that's working a minimum wage job,
What if he owns
he
the
doesn't
gas
have to
station?
do that anymore.
What if he owns the gas station?
He's not going to owe the gas station.
Well, there are people who own gas stations who work there.
No, they don't. No. That does not happen.
Well,
I used to run a gas station, so I know.
oh,
You know, if
okay.
they owe you, then they're fired.
Okay, so if you found out that the guy did it and that the person gave them $100,000, do you, as the owner of the gas station, say, "Hey, a little bit to me"? Thank you, Hugo, for quoting Clerks.
Look, I mean, I'm not giving a business anything. Not giving a business. They will get theirs from the lottery commission.
Okay.
They get a commission from it.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm fine with
So
that.
business isn't getting anything. Not happening.
Well, there's more lottery in the news. I just want to see what you'll say about this one. This one's a little less complicated, but it's what would you do? Now, this took place in Paris, where thieves broke into a parked car, and they took a backpack. While they're going through it, they noticed the guy's wallet, his credit cards, his banking card, everything is in there. They went in to another gas station. There's a lot of gas stations in the news, and they bought a scratch-off lottery ticket. They scratched it off there using the guy's card to buy this. They won $523,000 on a scratch-off. And they got so excited, they just ran out. Wee! Yes, thank you. According to the shop owner, these two were so happy, they forgot all the stuff that they actually bought. And they just ran out. Now, as you know, for a large prize such as that, you have to turn in the ticket.
Yes.
If what had happened is, obviously, they were
I already
reported
see
for
what's
theft,
happening.
and they have become Paris's most wanted right now.
Yeah.
Because people are concerned, the whole thing went viral. They found out about the ticket. Well, now, if they turn in the ticket, that money's going to be taken away from them because there was ill-gotten gains.
Yeah.
And they will be arrested.
Right.
So the owner of the backpack has come up with his own idea. He says, "Hey, to you idiots who broke into my car and took my backpack, if you find a way to get me the ticket, I will cash it in, and then I will give you half. Well, rendezvous so that nobody gets caught, hopefully." And so what do you say to that? Oh, by the way, as he said, remember, the ticket has an expiration date. You have 1 year, tick tock.
Right.
So what are you doing?
I have no problem splitting it, but it ain't going to be half with them. Because out of their half, they have to pay for everything that they broke or took or whatever.
Oh, he wants his wallet back too.
Right. So they have to replace all that stuff, and they will have to pay the taxes on the winnings and not me.
True.
It all has to come out of their half.
Is he negotiating with them? Well, actually, your half is a lot less than you thought because of, we've got the glass and my time and energy and taxes, and here's $50, What? Now, don't you think this is just a ploy to get these crooks out there? I don't see any way that the cops are not following this guy. As soon as he meets with them, boom, we got him.
Oh, yeah.
What movie? I'm sorry.
No, that was a misclick.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. So now we made thieves are screwed whichever way you look at it. You are absolutely right. I don't see a way out of this because either they get arrested and no money, or this guy offers them half, and like we said, you're not getting half of that. You're going
But
to
they're
end
not
up
completely
probably arrested
screwed,
with no
though.
money.
They're not completely screwed. I mean, look, yes, they'd probably have to go to court,
Yep.
but the guy could say on their behalf, look, they made a deal with me to give me the ticket, give me my stuff back, and pay for any damages or whatever. And, so therefore I'm not going to press charges or whatever
Yeah,
it may be.
once you file a police report, can you rescind that and say, I'm not pressing charges?
Right. So, I mean, look, they might get probation,
Yeah.
and depending on how hardened criminals they are, I don't know. It doesn't say that. So, I mean, it could work out pretty decent for them, even if they served a year.
Yeah.
They're gonna get out and they're gonna have some money.
And by the way, there's more than one, so you're even splitting that half and half.
Well, yeah,
So
but
if you were the thief, would you agree to that terms?
well, you'd have no choice, really. I mean, what are you gonna do? You're not gonna be able to cash it. If you agree to that deal, then you got to suffer the consequences, and then get the money after that. Like if it's $523,000,
Mm-hmm.
so $250,000. How many thieves there were? Three of them.
261.5 would be half of that, and then taxes. I don't know. Maybe you're walking out with 80,000 each. I don't know, something like that.
That's still more money than what they're gonna make, right?
Yep. And the lottery commission has been alerted. Whoever cashes in this ticket,
Right.
Hugo says the cops could let them have their fun and then arrest them once they think they are in the clear. So the cops are playing little games with them.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna get caught. I mean, look, if you want the money, you're getting caught. It's that simple.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. That's exactly
Right.
what happens.
But you still are entitled, to the money if you fess up to the crime.
Are you? I don't think you are.
Well, that's why you give it to the guy you robbed, and that
You give it to
looks
him and
good
hope
for them.
that he's a good person.
That looks good for the robbers at the
Yep.
same time. So yeah, I mean, the hell, what do you got to lose, right?
Well, it could go either way. And speaking of things that could go either way, it's time for Ron's Top 5. George Harrison songs. Okay, let's go.
Yes, so Ron's Top 5 George Harrison written songs.
Okay.
So all the songs that are on this list, and I don't know what just happened. You just went sideways again.
I went side and I didn't touch anything. Okay, we could do this like this. This is going to be weird, but we can do this.
Just pop out and pop back in. I can wait. Look, see, I got my chin on George's head. So this is going to be a really good list, and there is no way he can find problems. Where'd he go? There's no way he's going to find a problem with this list, because it's on him if he doesn't like this list, to be honest with you. I mean, it's on him anyway, because my list's a great list. So, so all these are going to be, there he is. No, don't keep leaving. He keeps leaving.
Okay, I'm back.
Are you?
I heard you
There
say
you
how
go.
great your lists always are.
Yes, they are.
Uh-huh.
It's not my fault you don't like them.
Uh-huh.
All right, so these are the best songs that George Harrison has written. Now I do want to get have a disclaimer on one of those songs.
Oh, okay.
So I will tell you as soon as I get to that song. So he's got songs from Solo. He was with Traveling Wilburys, and of course the Beatles. Do you know he only wrote 22 songs of the Beatles?
Okay.
He was the main reason why they broke up.
He was the main reason?
Yeah. Because he wasn't getting his songs heard.
Okay.
Yeah, so don't blame Yoko. Don't blame
I blame
Yoko.
her anyway for other things.
Yeah, well, for other things, yes, but Chakra's in the house. Hi, Chakra. You're about to hear the top 5 songs for George Harrison writing ability.
Woo.
They're great songs. So, without further ado, my first, honorable mention
Yeah.
5.
Where's the honorable mentions?
This is the one that has the disclaimer because it's really a terribly written song, but it's so damn catchy you can't help but like it, and that is Set on You. Got my mind set on you.
It is
So
catchy. I will give you
it
that.
is catchy. So I like the song, so I put it at the 5th honorable mention.
Okay, I'm for that. I'm for that.
4th honorable mention is Taxman by the Beatles.
Not my favorite, but it's fine.
No, but it's an okay song, right?
I am the walrus, cuckoo, kachoo.
Yeah, he didn't write that one. Honorable mention number 3, Badge by Cream. I don't know
I
if
don't
you
think I know
remember the
that one.
song. I don't know the words to the song, so I cannot sing it, but I know the song.
Okay, I can't disagree if I don't know it. So
Right, exactly. So you can't be upset either way.
nope. I already have my number
Honorable
one. I'm
mention.
waiting for that.
Honorable mention number 2. You definitely know. All Those Years Ago.
All those years ago. Yeah. Okay, I like that.
Honorable. See, here's the problem. It's George Harrison's birthday today, so
Oh, that's why. Okay.
that's why I'm doing this. And I thought it would be a lot more great songs, but apparently he's not all that. And I
No.
don't know why the Beatles didn't continue without him. Frankly, stop your complaining and enjoy the ride, George.
Well, what are you gonna do? By the way, I do like the
Nothing.
fact. I do like the fact that you have George Harrison right there. As you always have the graphics, and then it says Ira next to it. So hey, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Ira Harrison.
I'm fine with that.
All
Okay,
right, honorable mention number 1. You know the song. I don't know if you know it by its title. What is Life?
Yes, I do know the song. It's fun. See, the problem is I'm not a huge Beatles fan, so no matter what you say, it's going to be like, okay, I either love it. I don't think there's anything that I love. There's maybe 2 songs,
Right.
so I'm
Now,
waiting for
those
that.
were all okay songs.
Yeah.
The top 5 are actually pretty good songs.
Well, that's why they're the top 5.
So that's why they are the top 5. And number 5 is Handle with Care by the Traveling Wilburys.
Okay, I love
Great
that
song. I actually watched the video this morning, and I'm like, I don't think they got credit for their music ability.
I totally agree. I was listening to them
That's a
actually
lot of
last
talented
week.
people.
Yeah.
A lot of talent there.
It's a great band, great song.
Yes. Number 4, I have My Sweet Lord, his solo song.
Okay. It's a good melody. It does,
Good
it's
melody,
very sweet.
very well written. It's a little Hare Krishna thing, but
right.
But it is a good song.
Okay.
It's a good song.
I'm not upset yet, so we're good.
No, and you're not going to because it's not like there's only so many good George Harrison songs.
Yeah, it's true.
Number 3, While My Guitar Gently
Weeps. I knew that
very
would be
well
on there.
crafted song, right? I mean, it's a classic.
I
Like
knew it would be
everybody
on
and
there.
their mother has redone this song.
Yep.
So, number 2, Something by the Beatles. I love that song.
Okay.
Yep. I love the song. I think the words are very nice, and it it has kind of like a sadness to it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think it's supposed to be a sad song, but it feels like there's a little bit of sadness in there.
It's mellow. It's just,
Yeah. And number one, I think this is a must. It has to be Here Comes the Sun. Has to be Here Comes the Sun.
Okay. I had that on my list. So you didn't make me angry. I am missing one song though.
What song is it?
I'm missing Come Together.
Yeah, but he didn't write it.
According to every time you do this, I pull up the Wikipedia, and I know Wikipedia is Wikipedia, but it says that he wrote it. Maybe he was co-writer, sorry.
Co-writer, yeah, with Paul and John. Paul and John really wrote that song.
Okay. Well, if you're going to take that out, I can't believe I'm saying this. I applaud this list.
Yeah. Believe me,
Kenny,
there's a lot
out.
of songs that he co-wrote, but he really didn't.
I think I need Kenny to help me out now because I like the list this time. Oh, no.
Yeah, Kenny liked it last time, too, so.
Are your lists getting better?
No, you're just starting to finally find good taste.
No, we're changing over to what you think. No.
I exposed you, Ira.
Damn it.
I exposed you. See, Kenny, that's how it's done.
Oh, even Hugo's giving you props right now. Well, I want to thank you for hanging in there with our technical difficulties today.
Yes.
It was a good show. I think I have to seek therapy now because I like Ron's top 5. We'll see if we do it tomorrow when Ron will be back with Kenny.
Oh, yeah.
And thank you for watching. Make it a great day. And remember, when you need some fun, join us because we've got it going on daily.
I like that, Ira. I like that.
Good night,
Have a great day, everybody.